ConCourt today to hear challenge over Mnangagwa's reassignment of Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission Jessie Majome kudzingwa kwakaitwa kubiswa paposition yekuva ZHRC kusangana kwataita zvakare pana pachannel yenyu Makaba News patinobata nhau dzinenge dzichiitika munharaunda nemunyika yedu yeZimbabwe tichitikana pane vachangosvika ndiwo mukana wekubaya button rakanzi subscribe. Today we have a news from 26 years old pro-democracy campaigner and former student anonzi Alain Chipoyi anova afila an court letter yasenda application inova iri kuchallenja vaMnangagwa inova yakasendwa nezuro musi weWednesday musi wa15 July 2026 inova iri kuchallenja vaMnangagwa panhau yekuita reassignment kwavakaita Jessie Majome anova vaimiririra Human Rights Commission vakabiswa paposition yavo vachiiswa kune rimwe divi zvakaita kuti veruzhinji vataure zvakasiyana siyana sezvo pavakabiswa paHuman Rights vakaenda kunoiswa kuPublic Service Commission zvakaita kuti veruzhinji vaJessie Majome anga ataura mashoko echitiko cheCAP 3 achiramba kusapota the Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 zvakaita panguva iyoyo akabva vashiftwa pasina nguva so ndona uyaendeswa kukoti chinzi iri kuchallenja vaMnangagwa zvaita kuti zvigoziviswe neZimbabwe lawyer for human rights inova yazivisa ichinyora tsamba naiye Alain Chipoyi anyora achizivisa maererano netsamba yakaendesa kuConstitutional Court inova riri bazi rinotonga nhau idzi munyika yedu dzematongero enyika kusangana kwakataita ndizo nhau dzatakabata. According to news, Zimbabwe Constitutional Court is set to hear a significant constitutional case today yesterday Wednesday 15 July involving President Emmerson Mnangagwa decision to reassign Jessie Majome from her position as the chairperson of the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission or ZHRC. The application has been filed by 26 years old pro-democracy campaigner and former student leader Alain Chipoyi, who is asking the country's highest court to overturn the president's decision and restore Majome to her role at the Human Rights Commission. According to the court document, Chipoyi filed the application on 21 April 2026. He is being represented by Advocate Eric Matinenga and Advocate Tozora Musarurwa with legal instruction from lawyer Dagio Accountant of Zimbabwean Lawyer for Human Rights, also known as ZHRC. The dispute centers on Jessie Majome's appointment and subsequent reassignment. Majome was appointed chairperson of the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission by President Emmerson Mnangagwa on 20 March 2024. However, on 10 April 2026, she was moved from the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission to become a commissioner in the Public Service Commission. Chipoyi urged that this decision comes shortly after Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission publicly expressed concern over the government public consultation on the Constitutional of Zimbabwe Amendment Bill number 3, commonly known as CAP 3. On 7 April 2026, the Commission released a statement describing the public consultation as a fraud and exhaustion. Days later, Majome was reassigned to another constitutional commission. In his Constitutional Court application, Chipoyi said that the president failed to uphold his constitutional obligation under Section 91, which requires the head of the state to respect, uphold, and faithfully observe the Constitution. He further urged that they are removing a commissioner from a Chapter 12 independent commission is not something that can be done through a simple reassignment. Instead, he says the Constitution provides a specific legal process that must be followed. According to the applicant, the involuntary termination of a Chapter 12 commissioner's tenure amount to a removal from office. Chipoi urged that such a removal requires the establishment of a tribunal under section 187 of the Constitution before any decision can take effect. The applicant claims that because no tribunal process was followed, the decision to remove Majome from the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission did not comply with the constitutional requirement. Chipoi also added that the constitution does not provide for reassignment as a lawful way of ending the tenure of a commissioner serving in an independent constitutional commission. On that basis, he says the decision is no constitutional foundation. The Constitutional Court is therefore being asked to determine whether the president fulfilled his constitutional obligation when making the decision. Among the remedy between South Chipoi wanted the court to declare that the president failed to comply with his section 90 and 1 and 237.3 read together with the section 187.8 of the Constitution. He also asking the court to set aside the directive that transferred Majome to the Public Service Commission. In addition, the application sought an order directing that Jessie Majome be immediately reinstated to the full and unhindered exercise of her duty as chairperson of the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission. Another request before the court is for an interdict preventing the president from interfering with the function of the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission or with the tenure of its chairperson, and the commissioners expect whether such an action is permitted under section 237 of the Constitution. The Constitutional Court is scheduled to hear the matter at 9:30 a.m. The outcome of the case could provide a further judicial interpretation of the constitutional provision government, Zimbabwe Independent Commission, and the procedure relating to the appointment and removal of commissioner. As always, the Constitutional Court will consider the legal argument presented by all parties before delivering its judges on or issuing any further direction. So mere Zimbabwe ndo iri kutaurika ndona uyafairwa neaimbove mutungamiri wemastudent ezinasu ouya zvakare achiti vaMnangagwa vakabvisirei muzvari Jessie Majome. What's your take on this issue? Also take on this news? Ndizo nhau dzatanga tikabata pano pachannel yenyu ye Magaba News.